Am coming to you live. I'm Dr. Valerie Renee Shepherd. I'm coming to you live from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery in Puivert, France, the south of France. I am digging it. It has been a beautiful transition to where I am today. I'm looking out there because out there is sunshine. You can see it blasting me. Sunshine coming in and fresh air, and the air's gotten a little chillier for this time of year, but it feels fantastic and it looks fantastic. And I am really grateful to be here and excited to be coming to you again for my weekly Hump Day Happy Chat. And these are my weekly little opportunities to share a little light, a little truth, a little love, a little wisdom, a little laughter, a little juju to help you live happy to be me, which means shifting from mighty ego to magnificent essence, creating the life of your dreams by putting some important tools and tricks and practices into your world, what I call self-mastery. Mastering you in your life so that you can exquisitely manage whatever your life brings your way. And today this topic came to me last week while I was doing a walking meditation about change. And it occurred to me that it's not just that people don't really like change. I mean, it's considered a true phobia by psychology today. It is really a word, metathesiophobia, which is the fear of change, is pretty prevalent. And at all times, some of us fear what actually comes from change. And it's not the change that I wanted to talk about. I put in my little blurb, I hate losing things, with the exception of extra poundage around my middle and my hips and my thighs. Happy to lose that at any time. And I've gotten clear on the idea, as a person who has a very viscerally negative reaction to losing things, changing my language to tell my body we're not losing it, meaning I don't want to go find it again. We're releasing it. We're letting it go. We're consciously saying, thank you very much for a time, and the time is gone, and now it's time to move on. So this idea of, am I losing it or am I putting it down? Did I lose it or did I deliberately give it away? Am I losing it or am I saying, thank you, please, no more? So I have been a person who's gone to great lengths to get something back, get it back. I can't have lose it. I can't have lost it. I still have individual earrings from a pair where I lost one. And I say to myself, well, maybe the one that I still have will call back into the fold, the one that ran away. It's kind of funny. I kind of look at myself and go, and what might this be about? And it's really good to be able to laugh about it, even as I go, I don't think this is serving me. So is this you? What about this? I leave things accidentally and I will move mountains to get them back. If I can't get them back, I mourn them for however long they're gone. I maybe even wax poetic about them. I remember how important it was, what it brought to my life, what it meant to me to have it, and I want it back. I don't like being separated from that which is so important to me. And then the question, why is it so important to me, Valerie? What's that about? So I released it somehow. I left something behind. Oh no! Hump Day Happy Chat 224. Oh no! I left something behind. Go back for your shoes, your purse, your wallet, The things that kind of oopsie daisies, what happened? Where is that? Oh no, I left something behind. Now contrast that with consciously and deliberately saying bye bye, farewell, consciously and deliberately saying see you later to something that you know is no longer serving you. What does that even mean? It's no longer serving me. How is that determined? Sometimes I get that question. What do you mean it's no longer serving me? So see if you can think about things like this. Here are a couple of examples. The way we used to approach a problem. So let's say I always get really angry. I can't believe this thing happened. And then I'm that way for hours, maybe a day or two. It makes me frustrated and angry. I might yell at people. I might self-harm in the way of being stressed and anxious and unable to actually be productive and life-giving within my life. So that way of responding to a situational dynamic that I don't like is not serving me. It's costing me relationships. It's costing me time and energy. It's costing me my vibration. So it's not serving me. Maybe one time or many times for a period of time, maybe I could judge that it was. Maybe people were afraid of me and so I got what I wanted. Maybe people rushed to support and serve me, to calm me down and make sure that I knew I was okay. And there were people there and energy there to take care of me. I mean, there are lots of ways that things can go from, wow, that serves me, to oops, that no longer does. I mean, just look at how we age and how things that we used to do when we were of a certain age doesn't work the same way when we're of a different age. And this choice to consciously leave something behind versus, oh no, I left something behind. Like to consciously say, yeah, I think I'm done doing that. Yeah, I don't think I need to think that way anymore. Is that my inner voice? What did she just say to me? Like to consciously acknowledge that something absolutely has to get left behind. This is habitual patterns of thought. Habitual patterns of thought turn into beliefs. Habitual patterns of belief become values. Those kinds of things hang around. We have emotions attached to them. There are ways we express our emotions that maybe don't serve us. Throwing a tantrum when we're 3 might get us what we want. Throwing one when we're 28, 45, maybe not so much. So these emotions, behaviors, all need to be left behind at a time when it's appropriate, when it feels powerful, beneficial, supportive, better than the way it feels when I'm doing that and it's not serving me. And what does not serving me mean? Well, you know how things that turn out the way you don't want, I would say that's not serving you. If you are consciously creating something in a way that is not ending up getting you where you want, that's probably not serving you. If you're employing a method, if you're into a certain kind of practice or habit or thought, and retrospectively or in the moment, you can tell, wow, when I think that thing, the stuff that happens as a result, I don't like it. When I say those things, the things that happen as a result, I don't want that. Like whenever you can come into awakened awareness and go, meh, I don't want that. Or I have it and it didn't bring me anything good. In fact, I can tell what it's bringing me is in fact not good. That is definitely a thing that is better off left behind. That is definitely a thing that is not serving you, a way of being that is not serving you, a pattern of belief, of behavior that is no longer serving you. So this idea, hi, thanks for joining me. This idea of, oh no, I left something behind. Sometimes it should be, hallelujah, I left that thing behind. Not always easy. Sometimes incredibly necessary. Oh, thank God I left that behind. I walked away. Look at me walking away from that thing. I'm not even going to look over my shoulder to see if it's waving at me. This is really, really critical in the conscious life, in the high vibration life. One has to be willing to consciously say bye-bye forever to the stuff that no longer serves us. And there's plenty in our lives that was great at a time and is not great now and will not take us where we're going. They're a part of a time gone by, need to be left behind. And in so doing, what's beautiful is the transition, the transformation that can happen when we consciously choose change, when we consciously create a new world within, creates a new world on the outside. Your own healing changes the world in which you live. Why? Because your different vibration changes everything around it. Your new contribution to your world and the world at large is at a higher vibration. And through laws of attraction and reflection and karma and cycle of reciprocity, spiritual laws that are governing the universe 24/7, 365, whether you like it or not, understand it or not, know it or not, or want it or not, spiritual laws are governing the universe. And through those laws, as you shift your vibration into a higher frequency, you have to have a higher frequency experience of everything around you. You can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. This is making a choice for change, allowing yourself to release whatever doesn't serve you, to be awake and aware enough to notice, A, that's not serving me. How is it not serving me? Why is it not serving me? And then taking action, sometimes repetitive action, over and 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 over. If my being resentful and angry starts to fester, I start to feel sick, and believe me, toxic energy within you is going to create some toxic stuff on the inside of you. And when you start to notice that and say, uh-oh, I think I need to do something about my inner toxicity, maybe you take up forgiveness. And then you do it over and over and over again. And yes, over and over again on the same issue, on the same dynamic. Maybe for a long time. Maybe you notice your eating habits or your sleeping habits or your sexual habits or your joking habits or your workaholicness or your lack of wanting to work or whatever they are. It doesn't matter. It's about looking for what's not serving you. If you want to raise your frequency, you got to get rid of the stuff that weighs you down. And often the stuff that is weighing us down the most is that comfortable sweatshirt, that really great pair of shoes that we just can't let go of. Those are metaphors. I don't mean really the sweatshirt or the pair of shoes. I mean the thing we love so much we just can't see ourselves letting it go. Our behaviors, our habits, our thoughts, all of that stuff is up for grabs. taking action. So I'm recording this Hump Day Happy Chat live on October 4th, and that's always 2 days after my birthday. And my birthday celebration involves a conscious choice for change. Many people do this conscious choice for change at the end of the calendar year, the changeover from December 31st to January 1st. I used to do New Year's resolutions and, a retrospective analysis of the year gone by and some projecting into the future for what I wanted to create in the year that's coming. I used to do it December 31st, January 1st, 2nd, 3rd as well. And then I hit a point where I was like, those dates aren't meaningful to me. They're just arbitrary. So I started doing it on my birthday. And I started taking a period of time around my birthday to really do an analysis of what's no longer serving me. And then I created a ritual around it. I have a Hump Day Happy Chat or two about rituals. I'm really into them. I really love creating some meaningful reference points around things that I enjoy doing or around something that is spiritually or on a heart level. I want to be sacred, like something that I am calling into a sacred space within my life, within my experience. And so on the second, excuse me, I got the hiccups. On the second, I did my annual, what's calling to get the heck out of here? What am I saying enough of that to? And I wrote down my list of, I think I'm done with this. I think I'm done with this. And then I did a phoenix ceremony. I talk about this in my book, also known as a burning bowl ceremony. And I put some ritual around it, and I have candles burning, and I start to talk about how what's not serving me has not served me, and how I'm fully ready and freely letting go of it and offering it to my altar of ashes as a release from my body. And I do a burning of the paper that I wrote it on in a bowl. In this case, here in Puy-Vert, it actually got to be burned in an outside like chimney kind of fireplace thing. And it was so beautiful because there was a full moon in the background. Chateau Puy-Vert is in the background. I am situated on heart ley lines. I could feel my heart open and the energy of divine love. And like, as I was giving this list of things over to the fire, I could feel the angelic realm just supporting me by pulling it away, like really getting it out of my bones, out of way outside of me. And I'll continue doing this for the rest of the month of October, along with celebration of my birthday, of course. Do you see what I mean? Like the beauty around consciously saying, yeah, I don't need this anymore. I don't have to go into all the wherefores and whys of how I got it to begin with, but I'm just going to consciously say farewell. And I will be doing it all year. It's not like, oh, I click my fingers and I'm done with it. I can see certain things slide away more easily. Other things, I'm not so good at letting go of, not so good at releasing. I'm not so good at bowing and turning away and moving on. And see, the thing is, in the absence of a conscious choice for change, you're really just sitting in stagnation. It's like the death of your life in the midst of your life is resistance to shifting your life, transforming your life in order for it to be better, more well-lived, more fulfilling, more prosperous, more abundant, more love-filled. Stagnation is like the death of your life. Why give yourself any form of death while you're still alive? Doesn't make any sense. Not to me anyway. So what do you do when you find that you, I don't know, somehow are wanting to drag your old stuff into your newness, into the newness that your life is offering you, into the opportunities that are showing up for you to be a different you in your life, to create what you really, really want? What do you do? First thing, it's always breathing. Get into the noticing something. Allow yourself to breathe and come into the center of your chest. The breathing is an opportunity to oxygenate your blood, which oxygenates your brain, which gives you more conscious ability to sit up and take notice, to make a choice, to be different. So you breathe and then you really notice. Notice what is coming into your awareness. What wants to be understood about what is triggering the fear of leaving something behind? What is so precious about that habit? What is so precious about those negative thoughts? What is so precious about the place that you've given a certain person or a certain thing in your life that you feel terrified of being without it? Without making any of that bad or wrong. It doesn't have to be bad or wrong for you to decide, I'm done with it. So without making it bad or wrong, just ask yourself, what does this really mean? Why is it so precious? Why is it a must have instead of a nice to have? And am I ready to change that? Get curious about from whence your judgments have come. And ask yourself, maybe one of the first things I need to do is release the idea that this is what this is about. And ask myself, how many other ideas could this be about? What would happen if I change my perspective? What would happen if I just, I don't know, cold turkey? Do I have to rationalize everything? Do I have to think about it? Do I have to plan it? Could I just say, enough, thank you very much, bye-bye now? It can be a lot easier than we have been taught to believe, habitual pattern of thought, than we've been conditioned to believe, or that we have even practiced in our own lives. It can be a lot easier to just say bye-bye than we think it is, than we allow it to be. And the last thing I will say is that there is a rinse and repeat here. There are, like I said, I don't expect that I did my burning bowl ceremony on the 2nd and that I'll keep doing release work and forgiveness work and spiraling up now and throughout the year. I don't expect that it's once and I'm done. I always believe that as I am choosing to raise my consciousness, go deeper into my self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-love, the 3 pillars of self-mastery as I teach them. As I continually do that and elevate my consciousness and elevate my vibration and elevate my perspective, my angels, my ancestors, the universe, my higher self are all going to conspire to give me opportunities to see where fragments didn't spiral up, where there's a hangnail or a little piece that I'm saying farewell to that wants to hang on. I'm still hooked into it somehow. And the real beauty is to be able to make that okay and to just notice, oh, I know you, friend. I said farewell and I really did mean it. I don't need you to come back. Thanks for what you've done for me in the past. I'm out. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to be able to give that to myself. I encourage and invite you to try it. Oh no, I left something behind. Turn that into an I left that behind. Ah, I left that behind. Thank you, me. Awesome sauce. Thank you so much for watching. If you were unable to join me live, hashtag replay. And I'd love for you to share this. There's somebody in your world who could benefit from a message about leaving things behind, I'm sure. Thank you so much. I always close the Hump Day Happy Chat up to this point with the Karanaya Metta Sutra, the prayer of loving kindness from the Buddha. And it goes like this. The Buddha. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be safe from their old crap. May all beings be happy. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature, higher vibration than some of the things that we should be leaving behind. And may all beings be free. That's emotional freedom. Many blessings. Hump Day Happy Chat. Dr. Valerie Renee Shepherd from the Hartley Center signing off. Take care now. See you next time. Bye.